up and at them. Welcome to Everybody's Wednesday. I don't think we really planned this as nice as it kind of works out with a good time to talk about Batman cards, huh?
Yeah. I think today's a good day for that.
I don't know. Like, we normally going to focus on just one set at a time, but I see no reason at all you can't mention the other stuff going on that's really close to that. So,
all right, I am gonna need to take just 1 second because I did not add a string key.
I figure we get that up on yours. You could bring in the fandom.
It's not a fandom.
You have fandom.
It's a community.
Okay. Who are fans of you? So,
set in focus.
Fandom can't be a bad word, right?
It feels.
I don't mean it disrespectfully.
No, it feels like egotistical.
Oh, that is way too loud.
Is that me? Am I screaming?
No, it is. If I touch my new glasses, they do things. So.
Oh God, I've been wanting to get some of those. I guess we can talk about that somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, and later on when I actually figure out what they do. Right now they're just prescription glasses, which is.
Do they transition?
No, I stayed away from that. I just did like the blue light block. I bought a separate pair that's just sunglasses, not of these.
Okay.
But I wanted something different for that. So, all right.
Oh, I'm excited to see how you like those.
It could be all right. I was going to get yours up so I could see you taught me the trick about watching Instagram chat differently.
Yes. There you are. I see you.
There we go. Cool. So I have that up. I have the normal chat. We have screens. We might be a step better than last week. What do you think?
Let's don't jinx it.
We could try. So we'll officially start. Welcome everyone to episode 2 of Set in Focus. Even though I typed one of those things wrong in there, so I have an extra E at the end of the word focus in this episode. This is awesome. I'm Keith. And Amanda.
I'm Amanda. Sorry, I'm like. I'm adding YouTube. I'm realizing there's all the stuff I can do after we've gone live. So
okay.
This YouTube, let me get that going too.
Fair. But the channel, while my home is probably always going to be Marvel cards. It's the thing I know the most of and all this, but it is not the only cards that are out there. And Amanda would be quick to correct me on that if I ever stepped out of line on it. But it also gave us this is something that I brought into the shop. I saw a good opportunity for a pretty cool set here with Batman Hush and thought that it would be a fun little thing. Have you personally done any or many of the Cryptozoic sets?
For Cryptozoic, hey Corbo, Cryptozoic I did. Okay, did they do a new 52 set?
I believe they've had the DC. They had the DC license for an extended period of time.
All right, so I did that, and I have gotten it on their. They did a DC Kickstarter, but I have not touched this set at all.
Mm-hmm. This set, when it first came out, I did open up a couple boxes, and I did learn something kind of cool about the boxes that we're going to cover. Something I find a fun and a throwback to all your old schoolers who remember Rittenhouse and the old not quite hot boxes. What were they called? They were
archive boxes.
Archive boxes. That was the terminology. I didn't want to disrespect them and call it something different. But there are 2 different types of boxes for this that we will touch base on it. The set's pretty straightforward. Honestly, it is just about the Batman Hush storyline, which was in Batman Comics number 608 to 619, written by Jeff Loeb, illustrated by Jim Lee, and just absolutely iconic, amazing art out there. In fact, while we chat a little bit and all this, I'm just going to run a slideshow of the base cards. It's all art from the comics. This is, again, I like the streamlinedness of the set, right? I like that it's 72 card base. All the images you're going to know if you're familiar with the storyline. A lot of them you wouldn't even have to be inside the storyline. You would have seen them as covers.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of, just nostalgia kind of hitting in all this for something that's a comic sourced art type set.
I think for Batman, if you were going to pick a storyline to build a card set around, it would be like Long Halloween, maybe Year One, and definitely Hush is definitely in there.
Hush, I think, it's got the right amount of size to it, right? Being across as many issues it is. If you were to turn around and take something, Year One's fantastic. Mazzucchelli and Miller's work on that, but it's 4 issues. Like that, you're gonna have, if you're gonna do a card set, you're gonna be kind of grasping at some of the extra pieces there, and then some of them maybe get way too long. Nightfall. No Man's Land.
Yeah. So I wonder if those would those hold up.
I think No Man's Land would still hit and resonate with some people because there was elements of No Man's Land that were used in that last Christopher Nolan movie, right? Like it was the story of Gotham being cut off, and that wasn't the same characters causing the chaos, but like there's some elements there, so I think some of that would work. Nightfall would definitely play back to the 90s kids nostalgia.
Yeah, like I would be pulled into that for the nostalgia, but I don't know if that would actually hold up.
Corbo brings up Dark Knight's Metal.
Oh, yeah.
I agree there. That's got really good it's got really good looks to it. And I believe they did do a Dark Knight's Metal set. If I am right, recently I saw some people
They did.
Yeah, with some recent stuff on that. I'm just not super tapped into all of the DC options that are out there for that. But to do our rundown of the set, 72 card base set, for a pack is 5 cards. You get about 4 base per pack. There are these parallels: Sparkle Foil, which is serial number 250, the Prismatic Foil done to 20, the Black Brilliance 101s, and printing plates. There is something extra on Cryptozoic's website if you look at the checklist, where not only are these serial numbered cards to, like, say, the 50 and all this, but there's also a ratio to the packs in them. So you can know there's a couple ways here. I'll talk about print run tricks for us to see exactly how large this set is. The 50 to 50 are 1 in 24 packs. And that will cover not only base set 50s, but also some of the insert 50s out there inside the set. So you can do math pretty quickly to figure out exactly how deep was the run. When we get into the insert sets, you're going to see that my slide doesn't change a lot because they follow the same patterns, same sparkles, prismatics, blacks, printing plates. The ratios will change a little bit. There are 4 different 9-card insert sets, 1 in 4 packs on one side, 1 in 5 packs on the other side. The alternate covers set here is, and I'm going to pull up a slideshow to kind of let that one run too. These were 9 different covers that were not the base covers off of the books. They were going to be, like, say, a second print, or they were used on trades, hardcovers, additional areas out there. So this was an area to spotlight those specific covers. Kind of a cool, and 9 comics on it. Real easy to kind of chase that down too. I think all the insert sets here are fairly easy, and even the one that's a little bit more limited, you can get your hands on pretty easy. 9-card double-sided puzzle set. One of Amanda's favorite features, I know this, is to be able to load 9 cards into a 9 pocket and that they fit and make sense.
Yes, I need insert sets divisible by 9. And I saw Billy Celio hop in. He's probably already hopped back out, but that's okay.
Well, the 2 sides of this double-sided panel are big wraparound covers by Jim Lee, and they turned around and let you build them as a puzzle piece for that. The annotated cards are little elements of the story, but have a little bit of storytelling on the back of the cards as to what they were. So you'll see a couple panels and you'll see a point during the story, and then there'll be a little bit of a conversation about what it was. Again, same type of distribution of different inserts for it. Dynamic duels. There was a lot of fighting in this storyline, and so to see Catwoman and Poison Ivy face off here on, say, this example card, that was what these nine cards were about. I have that one. The puzzle doesn't really work as a good slideshow because it's really it's one of those. But the dynamic duo set have all of these as different ones. I remember Superman's appearance in this, and Harley had some really strong art with Jim Lee doing it.
Yeah.
Lady Shiva and Catwoman wrapping us up there. And then, I made one mistake. Okay, I see my slide. This is the Star Power set that I'm talking about, but that is not the Star Power image there. Let me, no. I'm going to add the image of Star Power here. The Star Power insert cards, all serial numbered. The base level is serial numbered to 608, the issue number that Hush started at.
Right.
They are one per box. To get one of these Star Powers, you can see the obviously the sparkle to the finish on it. There are alternate versions to that. There is the prismatic foil. They don't have the sparkles, obviously. On the others were to 50, but on this one it's just to the full 608 because there are no base. And there are black brilliants and there are printing plates for it. Now this set is only is it still 9? I think I can see where I was rushing this morning and didn't finish this up. I think there was either 9 or 6 of the Star Power. I think it's 6 because I thought it was pretty easy to turn around and find a set of the main characters here. But they look great. They do pop. They show up really well.
Corvus, those are the faves.
I will not disagree with that at all. They really stand out as an insert set. And again, you can kind of get a matching set of those to go with your serial number to 50 if you were going to hardcore chase this set, and do that. The big chase.
Yeah, I would take one of these.
The monster chase. There are a total of 10 autograph cards spread among the entire print run because you have 2 different cards, whether it was the Jim Lee auto or the Jeff Loeb auto. Both of them are serial numbered to 5. That is a monster to be hit. That it's so cool, and the clean design.
Yeah, that's a beautiful card.
Really set up well for that. I have unfortunately not found one of those. It would be.
We'll find one today.
Yeah, that would be. That's the go viral moment of your video, right? So I think this. I need that one. No, there we go. Let's talk about
this standee. What is this standee back here?
Let's not talk about it too deeply because I wanted it because it was cool and it makes sense, but this was Upper Deck's first advertisement for.
That is really cool.
Yeah, it is really good, and we can turn around and definitely highlight that and talk about that a little bit with Upper Deck starting to drop the announcements of and previews of Batman Metal cards today. So
I know, that was so exciting.
That their social media have did that. I saw when they shared it into the DC Collectors Worldwide group. That was really cool to see that type of stuff, and some of those inserts already are kind of popping off.
Yeah.
So I think you have better. I think you've looked at that a little bit deeper than I have, so you may have a little bit better details about that there. But this is. There are 2 different types of boxes. You'll notice the different box art.
Explain this to me, because I was looking online initially when this came out, because I knew I have a terrible habit of like circling back to things like, oh, I'm going to get to that later. And it really bit me in the ass with Marvel when COVID hit. So but I can't learn from that. So this is one of those sets where I'm thinking like, oh, let me circle back to that at some other point. So when I was looking at it again, there are two different types of boxes, one of which is serial numbered, and I don't understand the difference.
So in a case, in every single case, you're going to get 11 of these boxes. This is your standard box. This is the no problem. This is the normal box that you're getting out there. Distribution of it is you're supposed to get, I believe it is, I know it's one serial numbered card, and whether it's going to be the 608 star power or it's something rarer, that's what you have here. But inside every single case, that alternate art box also has a serial number on it. So this one is 184 out of 500. This is, let's go back to old school terminology, right? This is kind of like a case topper, right? But it's like integrated, like it's one per case that you have a serial numbered box. The conversation about it, and while I don't know good numbers about how much better of a box this is, what the hit ratio is better on this, is that it turns around and is supposed to have more hits in it.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be,
to what degree we don't know.
Yeah, what degree, and if certain things are only available in this, I would think it's not certain things are only available here. It would be pretty bad if you knew that you could only get the autographed card inside this.
Yeah,
that would be.
I poked around a little bit and I didn't come away with that.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. I think I've opened one. I have previously opened one. We tested one when this first came out. It had double the hits. So It had double the serial hits into it. And of it, what I pulled out, let me turn around. And
I did like the different box art on that as well.
If I didn't show this off, we hit out of the better one a printing plate. So pretty great.
Yeah.
like not a problem there. If you do the math and say like there's 500, this is where I was talking about print runs. So if you say that there's one of those boxes per case, well, there's 500 cases of this product. It's pretty easy to kind of, do your math backwards. And then you can see exactly how many there are on the serial numbered, how often they are, everything lines up, and you can figure out how printed this is. 500 cases is not a huge amount.
No, that's not.
I know that you'll definitely, I believe that Masterpieces usually wrote, of the different years of Masterpieces, 2016 through 2022, had print numbers from 900 cases to up to, I think, as high as 1,200. It may have only been 1,100. But 500 cases is just not a lot. Now, again, it's still a base set in here. It's not going to turn around and magically make the base set, as the same as buying Topps superfractors and things like that. That's not the case. But it definitely means that as people find out about this set, it could easily hide. It could be a little bit tougher to turn around to, especially if you're going to, let's chase down, like, say, serial number to 20. Like it could, that's 72 cards plus the inserts. It's a lot of work for that.
Yeah.
But
good evening to Matt in the UK. Name, hello.
But that was going to be part of the fun. We're going to open one.
Okay.
And we're going to see, and we're calling it scientific, right? We need to know. We need to know. Now, I am opening it up as store product. So singles for this are going to be available through the store. And whatever we hit in here could be available.
Okay, so is the pack art the same?
The pack art is the same.
Okay, so there's once you open the box and take the packs out, you would have no way of knowing those came out of a 500 box.
That is what I understand there. I don't think that there's anything that specifically marks it one way or another on here. I think it is literally just the serial number on the box and the box art that change it up. I didn't even check. Like backs are the same, things like that. But I didn't think that the numbered boxes were hit, but opened a 500 metal last week with an auto and a 101. Well, that's pretty great box. I think that they're just double hits. I think is really what it is over, a specific quality of hit that you can find inside of it. And I was going to show like the design of the backs of the cards, very clean, very straightforward. Quotes from inside the books. That is the alternate covers. 1 in 4 packs on that. And then a couple more base. I'm gonna try to do the old breakers trick, right? And like save the hit. Annotated, and this is what I was saying, like the annotated backs, Jim Lee talking about little details about that. Pharmacy is named after John Nee, former bigwig at Wildstorm, currently a bigwig at DC. Below the sign is a diner named after his wife.
That's really cool.
Angie's down there. Nee. You know that the artists get to hide that kind of fun stuff in there. Well,
yeah.
Sometimes they tell us, sometimes they don't.
It's a little bit, and I'm part of this. I'm someone who hasn't gotten into this yet, but for a set that's entirely Jim Lee art, like this isn't like I'm not seeing a lot of this out in the wild.
No, and I think it's just maybe it just doesn't have like the huge following behind it right now. But I could see that this becomes a little bit more popular with DC. Upper Deck's going to bring a lot of people to DC.
Like the more I look at this, the more I am like I feel very challenged to try to grade this entire set because of all the black borders. Like this will be a challenge that I will accept.
It's there. I will say this: if you grade it, it's every one of the insert sets is to 9. So these were all designed for 9 pocket pages. So maybe you need 2 sets.
Paul, sometimes I'm awake during the day.
I mean, TC brings up that loves the art. I mean, it's
look at that.
This is the watercolors flashback scenes that he did. Like the whole thing got coverage. And then this is your yeah. The villains form the picture on the back, the heroes on the front.
Okay, turn that over again. Okay, so I feel like Cryptozoic did something else with this. I feel like maybe they made a playmat.
So this is a very famous cover. Batman 619, when it wrapped up, had 2 covers. There was a heroes cover and a villains cover. And this is a gateway fold-out cover by Jim Lee that's people love.
I think they did something else with it, and I can't think of where I saw it now. I want to say it was a playmat, but I could be wrong.
I don't think that's wrong. I think that we would have seen this several times. Like Hush is from 04, 02. Yeah. Like it's been available for a while and all this. And I don't think it's a problem coming back and revisiting it. But
so that's the first puzzle piece that I've seen, and I do like that the card itself as a standalone is nice.
I think I have, and I'll tell you what, that was a good example. There are a couple that don't stand alone.
That are like an elbow.
I opened up, I believe, 3 boxes. I had enough to build one master set kind of thing, mini master of all the inserts and the base. And I'm going to be putting it up on, we're putting it up to the website this week for sale. Like this across the top, it says Batman Hush, and the other side is Hush Batman. But this pace is kind of boring until you get the other 9, right?
Yeah, I don't know. There's Joker eyebrows.
It's not awful. But somebody was bringing up in the Marvel group, the Cacao, how they were doing some of those 9 pieces, and it reminded me of like back to Rittenhouse era. when they did so many that the back sides of the cards matched up. Dangerous Divas, was it? I think.
Yeah. Divas had one.
Alternate cover. Alternate cover will also tell you this is this image by Jim Lee, Scott Williams, Alex Sinclair is found on the cover of a Batman double feature issue.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. Sourcing it and tell you exactly. So, like, let's say you love this card. Let's say there's a 101 of this card out there. Hit the 101 and go get the comic to match. Yeah. That will make a heck of a display for the mantle.
I don't need to be chasing this. I want to grade this so bad right now.
Well, while I'm opening, you should tell people, are you going to open any of this?
Yes, I do have a box of this that I will open probably this evening. I don't know if I'll do it live or not. But I will definitely be, it's going to be a much slower break though, because I think I will probably review a lot of this for grading as I'm doing it.
I think that's great. I think that's a really good judgment about this. I don't think that this is, you've brought it up. It's black borders, so it's always a little bit tougher.
I'm anticipating it being difficult.
It's not bad. Like it's not jagged borders. So I think you'll have to work on it to find your 10s. But
yeah. I think on this one I might have to be okay with 9s.
I was right. I was almost going to say when the slideshow was going, oh, that's a second print of Batman 612, and looky there.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I thought that's what it was. So again, I think I'm expecting 2 serial numbered hits out of this
Okay,
box.
that's great. So for anyone who's just popped in, we are opening one of the numbered out of 500 boxes of Cryptozoic's Hush.
Get a Lois Lane.
Oh, imagine getting the one of that, or even the black plate, or even the blue plate.
Yeah, this was that second print cover of 608. It still fetches a pretty price today. There's that, and then there's the New York Times issue. There was a special cover done for the New York Times. We did a reprint of 608 for that.
Wow, that's a great one.
I mean, you can't go really wrong with Jim Lee art, right?
Yeah.
I think, am I off on my count? Oh, I was off on my count. Nope.
Ooh.
2 inserts. So is it just a double insert, or do I have a serial number card? I think it's just a double insert pack. Because they are 1 in 4 and 1 in 5 on some of the sets, you can hit double insert packs.
So you have boxes of this.
I do have boxes. Boxes are available up on the website.
That's a good one.
I actually also put up on the website, I put cases up.
Oh, okay.
I have 4 cases left right now, plus loose boxes. So if you bought a case, you would absolutely get your own serial number box. There's that big centerpiece. And we're saving all the anticipation for late, aren't we? I love that cover.
So this is a 72 card set, right? That's not too bad.
No. Pretty straightforward. Oracle. Yep.
Yeah, that's really cool. I think I like the annotated the best so far. I just really like this design. It's so streamlined. It's just...
Yeah, you get borderless around the art, so there's nothing to interfere there.
Get some more of the Bat Fam.
Mm-hmm. What is it? 24 packs to a box.
James, hello. So the 9 page is horizontal, right?
Yes. That's in a different spot. we have a hit? Nope, just the doubles.
Some cat ears.
Man, what a tease so far, just.
And this, I think it was Corvo that mentioned it. Yeah. One of the only sets these days with 24 packs. So you actually feel like you're opening a decent amount of cards with this.
Whoa. That is the Silver Sparkle to 50. But Lord, what an image to hit on that.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
That lights up really nice. 21 out of 50. It's kind of fun that I actually kind of like this is really kind of hidden if you're not looking for it. You know, like it doesn't interfere with the card, the serial number. Yeah. It's in a really nice area so that you can always know where to look for it. Plus, it's not going to interfere with art. So that is, I like that a lot. Alternate covers for our other insert there. So that's one serial numbered in our serial numbered box.
Which is the norm for a normal box?
I was trying to remember if it's a star power serial number plus another serial number or if it's just one.
Okay.
My mind wants to say it was both and that the serial number box then has another 50 or under serial number. Like you'll get 2 50 or unders in a serial numbered box. But honestly, we're doing it on camera just because that kind of proves it out, right?
Yeah.
And I had only opened up one, so it's not, you never get definitive information out of just one test. You're annotated. What's he got to say on this one? Another one named after a buddy of his who also happens to be the highest bidder on the original art for my X-Men #1 volume.
Oh, wow.
Oh, good Lord.
So his shop's doing well.
That's yep. Can't have a set like this without Batman versus Joker.
Yeah.
No.
James, good afternoon.
Yeah, this future nightmare.
That's really cool.
They came back to that story later on, the Heart of Hush. Yeah. All right, 5 packs to go.
All right. So we've hit one numbered card.
Maybe. I definitely get Sparkle up there.
Okay.
The guy. So, one of our front and backs and our sparkled.
Oh, okay.
So that's what the star power to 608 look like.
Really pretty. What does the back of that look like? God, these are just really nicely designed.
Okay, so it is to 9. I couldn't remember if it was 6 or 9, but it is 9. Everything in this set is 72 is divisible by 9. All the others are by 9. The only one-offs you have are the autos. That's it.
Which we'd be okay with.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'd suffer through that somehow.
Yeah, I'd put up with that. OCD be damned. I saw typically that these serial numbered boxes were selling for about double.
Oh, okay. Double the base box.
Mm-hmm.
So some of these we're seeing for the first time. So you're not going to get a set out of a box.
No, what are you at? If it's 4 per pack, 24 packs, that leaves you just over if it was perfect.
Yeah.
And if I remember when I was putting this together, like I am like 1 or 2 cards short from building a second set across 3 boxes.
which isn't terrible, especially
No,
with, the way things run now with all the parallels.
I'm I'm gonna list singles. Like if you buy this and you're just short one card, then why not buy one card for 50 cents, $1?
Yeah.
That's singles for the base.
Because why would I do that when I could buy another box?
You always have that option. All right, 2 to go.
All right, you said you had 4 cases?
I have 4 cases plus loose boxes.
Just in case this is going to scratch anyone's bat itch, because I think so they're starting to promo metal, but we haven't seen a checklist, so we know we're more than 2 weeks out.
Yes. And the other thing that I'll do is I'll get a notice from Upper Deck Direct, say, hey, it's time to pay for your case.
Okay.
So that usually happens right before the checklist.
There's the base.
Alternate covers. Oh,
what is this?
so all the inserts can be special. This is a gold.
Oh, out of 20. Cat ears. Cat ears.
Just
and
the front.
Okay.
The front has the extra treatment.
Light one, good afternoon, Becca. Hey.
But for something special like this that has a nice treatment, to like find 9 of these.
Oof. Out of 20? For
not,
something that's not on ePack?
Yeah. I mean, that's a dread always. But
yeah,
on eBay, like somebody like me, I'm not gonna collect this. I would definitely be selling the individual card.
Oh, out of 20 is tough though. To get 9.
It's definitely tougher. But there is what the serial numbered box had. If I'm remembering it right, you should get in a normal box, and we could go find my old opens on this. Is that you should have this. You should have 1 and 1, okay. And that a serial numbered box comes with an extra one, and potentially you're guaranteed between one of these two to have something better than a 50. I don't know. I know that I opened up a plate on this spot in the first box, and now we see a 20 gold.
That's nice. Well, that feels good for the extra.
Well, and if you think about it, like the 20 golds, right? You turn around and have the. I'll show that one again while we're talking about this. If there's 20 out there for 4 different subsets plus the base, that is way more cards than what would fit in just 500 boxes. So there's still those. You can hit 20s and you can hit that in a normal box. Like it's definitely, just by the numbers, it's 100% available. So I think that's pretty great with some of the options out there.
Yeah, this is a really nice set.
I was just gonna bring up the base and let that scroll as we chat a little bit. But I find it as, when you're not chasing something high end, when you're not chasing something, all original art, I find it as a really well put together set. It's enjoyable. It's got the nostalgia of what the content, like what its content is about. I think it treats the story really well.
Well, you and I are also both fans of comic sourced art for cards. Like,
yeah,
for some people that's like a deal breaker, but for me, I'm like, let's see it.
But boxes are under 100. I think I have the case up because it's got the bonus box inside of it. I think I have it at 1,200. I think is what it is on the site. So it's, again, that would be 12 boxes, one of them special. It's not out of the realm. Like that's not crazy talk. So
no, especially like if you hit the Jim Lee auto. I don't know that I've seen any of those pulled. I'm gonna have to poke around and see.
Yeah, and this is a set, because it's Cryptozoic, it kind of hits a different, a different sales cycle. Not the same people are paying attention to it. it doesn't get the any kind of I didn't see much marketing on this, and I'm not saying that they didn't do it, but it's just not in my circles. If it's not in my circles, it's tough to kind of catch that. So I give it a thumbs up. I think it's cool. I think it's got a specific home. Like it's, let's not sit here and hype it up and say, oh, you're definitely gonna 5x money on this kind of thing. It's not that type of set. That's the Topps lottery ticket life, right? Go hit your Powerball over there. But for here, this is fun collecting, something you can binder up, or if you just want to be totally crazy and go chase a TED set, you can you could do your.
Can't help it. Look at it, like in the back when you were showing the back of the cards, they were all black edged and cornered. Oh, I gotta try it.
How about this? No, I need this one. I was going to go back to. Oh, I need to remove that. Is what I need to do.
I'm not seeing any of these that I would hate hitting the 1 of 1 on. Like any of these would be fantastic, but that goes back to it being all Jim Lee art.
You're going to spend a lot more time on this with your box, but
yeah, I've been told that I'm a psychopath for doing it that way, but when I'm reviewing something for grading, I like to open the pack, review the whole pack, and then move on to the next pack. Because otherwise you end up with stacks and stuff falls over.
But this is what I was bringing up. I mean, it's gonna take time to find exactly your 10s.
Well, so for anyone who doesn't grade regularly, if I'm just pulling for 10s, this is only going to take me a second, because the minute I see something that
you could discard
that breaks the deal, I'm like, on to the next card.
But my point is that comparatively to, say, some other sets where I've seen like the flat out chipping into the card, it's not that. Like this is really overemphasized on the camera there, but it's not chipped into the card like we've seen on some other sets. So I think it's possible. I think it's a journey.
Yes, I think it would be.
But fun set. Definitely there.
Look at that.
Just
that's they send that out to the retailers.
Yeah, this was part of the retailer package marketing for the new when they kind of got the beginning of the license, so it's not specifically to a set.
Right.
Here, I'll give you the full.
House of Rue, welcome. We're gonna have to go over some House of Rue sets at some point. I actually just bought some stuff from them that I have not opened yet, so at some point we will do that.
Oh, interesting. I guess we could leave everybody on a little quick chat about the Batman Battle.
If anyone's interested, I don't know if anyone cares about this.
I mean, people could. So you saw them. You saw the kind of the beginning of spoiler season, I guess.
Yeah.
I've been focused on Magic Spider-Man because my world will be. I have to.
Oh, that's right. So you're.
I got to do a lot of planning there as to what I'm gonna get and how deep am I going to go down rabbit holes over there. But that's work for another day. So I just barely got to look at the. Where did they put it up on Instagram?
They put it up on Instagram and then they took it down and then they put it back.
Okay.
I was like, oh no, what is going on? Bring it back. And then they did.
It did feel like this was very early in the cycle. Like we're seeing it earlier than we normally see.
I think because they know that we are drooling.
I don't have a terrible problem with it.
So
what if I do this?
I will say that out of everything I've seen for Batman Metal so far, these are probably what I'm least excited about, but they look great. So everything else looks.
You were least excited about these?
No, they're beautiful. But Ian and I were able to see some of the stuff at the National.
Okay.
And
you're saying that we're just starting.
The entire set is just gonna. if you haven't pre-ordered, do you have these? Are you selling these? Because people who haven't pre-ordered should. That's what I'm saying.
I have a very limited amount that I will be making available for pre-order. I didn't like putting out the pre-order when the date kept switching. I've had problems with that in the past with people who put in a pre-order, and then because the date kept sliding, they come back and they cancel stuff with me. So I wanted to wait until it was a little bit more solid. I feel like it's there now. Now, I'm still under certain Upper Deck rules. I cannot post up on the website a pre-order and I can't sell it for the first 180 days after release as a sealed product on my website. I will be doing at least 2 breaks on it, so I'll be on Whatnot for that. But I can privately work with people and take pre-orders on this. What I am going to be doing is right now, as I'm opening up pre-orders, I just have to. It's be by the end of the week because I don't know the price yet. I got to go check market, and I got to check my last. Tariffs have changed things and stuff slides around. So I need to make sure that I'm not offering out a price and then all of a sudden I'm getting charged more from my distributor.
Oh, right. I'm going to interrupt you for just 1 second to welcome Ray Lago on Instagram.
Oh, Ray.
And if anyone isn't following Ray, you need to follow Ray, iconic artist in many genres, not just Marvel.
No, but definitely one of my favorites from the 90s.
Yeah.
When I really got into the Fleer Ultra, especially X-Men sets and all this, and I started having to read the cards 5, 6, 10 times, and then you really start memorizing, and you notice that there's certain artists that are always doing the cards you like. Ray pops up.
Yeah.
Pops up easy and has done some really iconic stuff. So thanks for joining us. So if you are interested, I will take pre-orders. I will have a limit of 3 boxes per person because I'm not going to turn around and get wiped out by somebody who's just looking to hoard or break. I wanted to get to collectors. You can message me. You can message the store, any one of our social media platforms, and by Friday I'll have pricing figured out and be able to offer it out. Like I said, I have a very limited supply on this because I still need to confirm that the same amount is coming through distribution and that it will be available. But I think that I will have 1 or 2 cases I will sell out as 3 boxes a piece, up to 3 boxes. If you just want 1 box, great. That's fine. But you can contact me at the store for pre-orders on that. And I will, I have a small list of people who have asked, and I'll be going through that and offering it out in order as we go through. But I think the first, I think it's the first 8 people I can offer out to without a problem, because if I'm limiting it to 3, then that kind of spreads it out a little bit that way.
Yeah, this set's going to be insane.
They had a different one up. Is that the one that they removed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there was a different one that snuck in there for a minute of showing a different insert.
Well, I thought it was just the same one because I shared it to my story, and then I got the note that someone pulled down one of the stories that I shared, and it was that one. So I don't know. Maybe there was a typo.
This whole thing with the bat signal. Oh, and I immediately started going through these and started naming artists. I was like, okay, yeah, I was like, okay, isn't that Bolin? And I got to go confirm it. And I'm like, I will tell you this. We just went through an entire set of Jim Lee art. I will always enjoy my Jim Lee. What I'm glad to see is variety already. That's Jim Lee Joker. I can tell you that in 100% right there. And then is this Brereton? I think it's a Brereton cover from an old 90s Mr. Freeze book. But see, I got to go double check. Yeah. I'll be doing my digging. But I'm glad to see many more artists getting the cards instead of it just being another all Jim Lee Batman set. I think variety is really important on these sets to be able to do that. And we're going to have a lot of opportunities to get several pieces of good art in there from lots of different options. So, yeah, this is going to be, I know we've already had some DC sets from Upper Deck, but this I think is going to be the launch. I think for sure we will cover this set on this channel, on this Set and Focus. Probably, I would guess it's probably going to be the Wednesday after release, just because when I get product in my hand, I'll be setting up for a break that night. Although that would be pretty good if I just ripped a box promoting the break that night, huh?
Oh no!
Okay. Being smart. Oh no, look at this. Oh, I guess you guys can come see me tonight and see more. But doing a full case like that will be an absolute blast.
Yeah, first Batman PMGs. I think that's going to be the hype line for this set.
It's
but this set
definitely
has
the conversation.
A lot of inserts to choose from, not just PMGs. So it's going to be really exciting.
I like how the last couple metals have kind of like, stabilized out what's included, what's considered part of the metal line and all that. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be.
I think Upper Deck's trying to do more like legacy, like this goes with the metal sets, this belongs to a masterpiece set, like that kind of thing.
But elbows up for red PMG Harley Quinns and green Jokers, right?
Oh.
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
It's gonna be bad.
The hype train has already left the station.
And then I'm already thinking like, okay, so what am I getting on EPAC for this? Like, what are the combines? Am I getting another
oh man,
beautiful platinum something? I'm very excited.
If they follow some of the stuff that came out of that last Avengers one about spectrums and things like this.
Spectrums are so pretty, yeah.
Diamonds.
Yeah. It's exciting.
All right. There'll be a lot to drool over there and all this.
Yeah.
Sorry, Batman Hush. We kind of stepped on your.
Yeah, we did a little bit, but that's okay. So, it's kind of like both ends of the spectrum. The Hush is a really affordable, fun, and it's, when I say fun, sometimes I use that more for like Superman Brilliance or something that's a little more like maybe almost retail or casual.
It is.
But I think this is like a middle ground. This is, this is like a specific storyline. So this is going to appeal to people who are like, not all card collectors read the comics, even though they collect these like massively. So for those of us who do both, like this is a really nice set. And like I said, it's affordable, where Batman Metal is once that drops, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to get reasonably.
It's absolutely crazy out there for it.
James, I don't know. I was actually thinking about that this week. James is asking, when is our monster pieces going to hit EPAC? And that does take longer because each of those cards are serial numbered, so they do have to scan every single card for EPAC.
Well, and I'm not aware of any that they don't have any like feeder scanners that they can use for that because of the thickness of the cards. So the process at ComC to get images is way more extended. But you've got to start. We got to start being in the realm of the window of when it could hit. Like it's got to be coming up at some point. The fun thing is that what they announce it and then like 3 days later it's available on EPAC. Like EPAC announcements happen very rapidly. What we're teasing about Batman Metal is 2 to 3 weeks out. Last I heard was the new date I thought was supposed to be October 1st for Batman Metal.
Okay.
So
we could be getting a checklist soon.
Yeah, I would think that puts you right at next week or the week after. Yeah, real.
Ooh, it's exciting.
Last year it was too much, right? And this year it's a little bit feels like a drought. So
yeah,
let's get back to normal.
Yeah, this is going to be something though.
James has 3 cases of monster pieces.
Yeah, James is like my monster piece homie.
Nice. I like that set a lot. I mean, it's
beautiful.
It's easily the thing that you're like, well, I don't collect that, but man, it looks amazing.
Yeah. I saw some I was cruising through some Whatnot streams this week and popped in, and some folks were ragging on it. And I know it's not for everybody. The art is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And like some of the cryptids you're more from, well, they're not all cryptids. Like the Invisible Man's not a cryptid, but some of the more like horror pieces are they're really good. And it's the full. You know what? I'm going to stop talking about it,
or else you won't.
Yeah, we can do a set and review or set and focus on monster pieces.
Oh yeah, that's the one where you'll spend the whole show just educating me.
Yeah, that's so good.
I've seen a little bit that you've had on it, but I just don't know much about it at all.
Yeah, it's like it's a complete, I'm not going to start. I'm not going to start.
No, it's a blast. There's good stuff out there. So again, everyone, thanks for tuning in, joining us. This is a weekly show. We do consider requests. If you have a set that you think that we should jump into, remember, the more requests that get in, the further that we bump down cats. So, you guys just understand how the process works. So you're going to cheer for or against that. So
and I am preemptively
I'll give you the highlight for that.
sending some cats in for grading. So this is, I don't know if you can tell, they are Western cats.
Yep.
We've got a little rifle up here, I think. There's some cat-on-cat violence happening, perhaps. There is a puzzle in the back. Look at this cat in a little jaunty hat for our 9-card horizontal puzzle. So you guys request your sets, or look.
And if you are a fan of the cats, I'll tell you, cats will happen. Like you can't.
Oh, it will.
You can't keep it away forever.
You can only postpone me for so long. So, and we have had some requests. So.
Meta cards, any good cats like the Sphinx and all this?
I have not seen one. I think in the 80s those didn't exist.
I think they spooked people too much, and everybody's
Yeah.
They just like their cute cats.
They were like, I don't even know what clothes to put on these naked cats.
Like, they didn't even think of like the Scottish folding kittens, right? With the ears and all that. Yeah.
I've only seen like the just domestic short hair.
Yeah, it's
so far.
But hey, it's early in cat history there with cat cards, so
yeah,
we're getting there.
And then maybe we'll get Upper Deck to release a cat set. They've done the dog set, EPAC exclusive, so maybe we can get them into some cats.
So, interested in more Hush, keep an eye on Amanda's channel. She will be doing another break on this to turn around and really give it a deep dive and review. I actually think it'll be a good show to really watch that to get great experience on all the cards. We kind of flip a little bit faster here, and Amanda will definitely pay attention a little bit deeper than that.
I'll spend too much time. That's what he's trying to say.
I have no problem with you going deep on it. Like that's the whole point. But thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you next week.